Hi lovelies, this video is about doweling. I will show you how to dowel your cake in this video, right? So let's dive right in. Okay, so this square cake here is an 8 inches cake, okay, and then I'm going to be stacking a 6 inches cake on top of it. All right, so I've already gotten my board, the board that will be under the cake. So place the board on top of the cake and then use skewer or toothpick to put marks on the cake. These marks represent the place where the cake will sit. Okay, so when you're done putting the mark, then you start inserting your dowel rod. So in this video I'm using a plastic bubble straw. Okay, so because the cake I'm going to place on this cake is not that heavy, it's not that big, so I have these bubble straws. I decided to use them. You can also use the wooden straw if you wish. So that's why I'm just using this bubble straw, because the cake that will be on top of this particular square cake is just 8 inches. Okay, so it's not that heavy. That's why I decided to use it. So just make sure you place your dowel rods around the marks you made. Okay, make sure it goes round. Don't dowel some side and leave some side, otherwise your cake will sink in. It will give in when you leave it for so long. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm doing, trying to place the dowel rod around the mark. You can see that it has gone around, right? So now I'm going to be cutting it off. I am cutting it off directly on the cake because it is a plastic bubble wrap. If it is a wooden dowel rod, I will bring it out and then cut it off and then put it back. Okay, but this plastic rod, this plastic bubble wrap is not thick, it's not difficult to cut, so that's why I'm just cutting it directly on the cake. So just continue the process. Cut off all the bubble straws and then make sure they are flat on your cake. If anyone is coming out like is protruding, it means your cake will not be stable. It means your cake will be tilting to one side. Okay, so I also place a dowel rod at the center. Okay, so this time around I'm using a wooden dowel rod. I place it at the center and then I bring it out and then cut off the excess and then I placed it back. So this is how you do your doweling. When you are done with all this process, the next thing is just to put back your board. The board should be the same size with the cake. It should be the same size or even a little bit lesser than the cake, so that it will not be protruding out of the cake when you place it on the board. When you must have done all this and everywhere is flat, the next thing to do is to place that board, the board that will be under the cake, place it on top of the cake and then apply. You can use mashed fondant here or you can use royal icing. So here, right here, I'm using royal icing to stack it together. Okay, all right, so you apply the royal icing on the cake and then put the board on top of it and then apply another royal icing so that it will glue the cake to the board and then the board to the cake. But in this instance I didn't apply the royal icing on the board because I am going to take the cake separately to the venue, so I don't want it to be stacked together before I take it to the venue. Okay, that's why I didn't stack everything together. So this is how the finished work looks like. This is the 6 inches on top of the 8 inches cake. Okay, so this is it. Please, can you like this video, can you subscribe, and then also share to your friends so that they can learn.